Thank you for picking up the sticks. This is episode 95, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Carnett. To my right, Mike Steak Carnia.
What's going on?
To my left, Art. Now with more Ram Rosian. How do you feel? Ramtastic.
Feel up faster.
More rammy.
More efficient.
More memory. I could say originally I
I
know
have more short-term memory.
Yeah.
Which really would be useful.
What kind of RAM are we talking about here? But no, like originally
Wait, what are we having, like DDR4 or?
it was your install. I don't know. I didn't put it in
Am
you.
I a video card? DDR? That stuff's fast.
Originally, now I remember what I was going to say because we've been trying to start this podcast for about 40 minutes now. I was going to I would say you're a few slots shy of a full memory card because with the 25th anniversary of PlayStation. Now that would have been much more clever.
That would have been.
What I was talking. I knew it was memory related, but I couldn't articulate.
It's still there.
It's still there.
Still there.
It's still a good joke. So, so as of recording today, there was what is it called now? Nintendo Indie World.
Nintendo Indie World.
Whatever, sure. That and a PlayStation State of Play. There's some other announcements on Monday. There was just all kinds of stuff going on. So we got.
I hated the term Nindies, but it was less wordy than Nintendo.
Yeah. I thought every time I was trying to Google it, it's like I don't want to look up India World. I want to look up.
Is India World a theme park?
I kept like requesting that from me. Like, don't you know who I am? Google by now. Like, it is video game related.
I think I just searched Nintendo Indie, December 2019.
So we got both of those came up today, so we're gonna run down that. Outside of that, it's gonna be we don't really have that's gonna be our topic for today. So next couple shows we got. It's the end of year, but we don't really do awards then. We do awards a week after that. So we just got a couple to fill in before Game of the Year. We get some time.
Oh, hey, before we get started, did you guys buy anything for Black Friday?
Oh my goodness, did I ever buy some stuff for Black Friday? I did.
Mike made up for me then.
Just a couple things.
Well, you guys balanced out me in the
So you go first.
economy.
You go first.
Okay, so I picked up Medieval because it was
Nice.
cheap. Team Sonic Racing. The Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 collection
nice.
for
Yeah.
Switch. What else did I get game wise? And actually, Mario Tennis Aces.
Oh, cool.
I ended up getting it for like $1 more than the other price, so that wasn't
You got
bad.
hosed.
Yeah, I know. And then something I ended up getting for free. Thank you once again, Best Buy, for loving me all this time with this G. Ever since I got this Gamers Club thing, it's been fantastic. Things have just happened, and what I ended up getting for free was Control.
Whoa!
So I basically did a store pickup,
Yeah.
and they supposedly scanned all my games. I guess that one didn't go through.
Okay.
Congratulations.
And
Good for you.
the order got canceled. So
Good for you, man.
so that worked out nice.
You mean IGN's Game of the Year Control?
Yeah.
A lot of people are upset about that.
Why?
A lot of people are.
Internet, I think, is the only real reason why.
Because their favorite choice wasn't picked, so it's
Well,
garbage.
that's what it is.
Listen,
That's what it is. And
everyone's-
also, that was like, oh, how much money they pay you?
What does they
They
say every
say
year?
that every time.
About everything.
I think we'll get into this in a couple of shows,
Yeah.
but I talked about this last time too. I think this has kind of been a down year. So like it could be like a range of like 15 different games. I'd be
There's
like,
a lot of
okay,
stuff.
I can
Yeah.
understand any of those.
Yeah.
It's funny too, because like as we were going through the year, like this is a huge year in games. So many good games coming out. We get to the year, we're like, meh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's surprising. Yeah, I mean, now looking into next year, it's like, oh, like, compared to this year already, like the first like 3 months, it's like Jesus.
And it keeps getting more and more packed every
Yeah.
time we have a show or an announcement or whatever. But anything else Black Friday?
And then a few cheap movies.
Okay, cool.
Finally got my Detective Pikachu. Haven't watched it yet, but
nice.
got it.
Only entertainment related stuff. Well, okay. So I got Days Gone, which was on Cyber Monday, and it was with like GCU and all that stuff was like $16, which like that's a perfect price for that game for me. So I got that. Then I was going to y'all talked me into buying a PlayStation VR.
Yes,
really,
we
really
did.
Twist your arm.
Y'all looked in my direction. I'm like, all right, fine, I'll buy it.
I'll say like you took your own arm, went this way, and just pinned yourself.
Yeah,
to the
right.
ground.
So
Police brutality.
So the next day after we record, I go on like Amazon, sold out. Like, oh crap.
Right.
All right, fine. No, I had the $90. Like I had like $90 worth of credit.
We did tell you to order it right then and there.
We did.
GameStop sold out. Best Buy sold out. Everything was sold out online the day before Thanksgiving, the day of Thanksgiving, and the day after.
That's crazy.
Luckily for me, so we inadvertently started our Black Friday shopping on Thanksgiving morning because we needed to go buy some stuff for the Thanksgiving meal. We went to Meijer, And I was like, oh, because Meyer, I knew had a couple games I was kind of looking at for like gifts for the people.
For you.
And something for me as well. And so I was like, oh,
always by yourself.
So I turn around, I'm like, oh my God, they have one. So I'm like, I'll take it. I'll take it at the full price, whatever it was. So I got that, and then I went to Amazon and used my credit to get a $100 PlayStation credits.
Oh, perfect.
And put it on there.
Oh, awesome.
And I just went nuts.
Yeah.
And and they had their Black Friday sale going on, so they had all kinds of games on sale.
Awesome.
So I got. I'm gonna forget some because I got so many, but a lot of it, like I got like a free stuff too, like just like it was free, so I just
there's a lot of
downloaded
stuff.
it anyway.
Oh, absolutely.
But I did buy Beat Saber. I bought Arkham VR. I know you were gonna offer it to me, but I was going all the my plan.
Hey, no.
My plan was to go all digital.
Sure.
Let me circle back to that in a minute. So Arkham VR. I bought that Ghostbusters experience thing. I know it's crap. I don't care if it's crap. It's $10.
It was cheap though.
It's $10 for two of them, and I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought Thumper for $5.
Not Thumper's so good.
I bought LA Noire, the VR case files for like $20. That was on sale. Moss was on sale.
Yes. That's so good.
That was like $14 or something like that.
Oh,
wow. I think that might be the only games that I actually purchased.
So you got the big bundle, right? That came with like Astrobot.
Yeah, it came with Astrobot. It came
yeah.
with Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
It came with Skyrim VR. It came with Everybody's Golf VR and VR Worlds. So
Okay.
all those things.
Oh, since you already have it, I will.
Yes.
If you want, I will buy Resident Evil 7 off of you.
Excellent. $40.
I changed my mind.
I gotta make some money
So you
back.
buy it.
Yeah. 10, 9, buy it.
10. Done.
Anyway, we'll talk after this. We won't negotiate on air. But yeah, man, like I said, the only thing I
No
played.
Blood and Truth?
Hold on a minute.
No Blood and Truth?
So the actual Black Friday day, we went to.
Jesus Christ, man. You made up for my lack of shopping.
It was, and that was not including Thursday night that we went to. So it was Thursday morning,
Yep.
Thursday night, Friday morning, and including online stuff before then. So
Jesus Christ.
we cleaned up. Anywho, so Menards had the worst run Black Friday I've ever had. We've been to Menards
That's surprising.
before.
They're
We've
usually
been there
really
before,
good.
and they were
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
But they were like funneling people into where they only had 3 registers as opposed to the other end where they had like a dozen.
Jesus.
And we didn't know that. Like we're just in line. It was like all of a sudden like we're being funneled to the left. Like, oh, this is bad. And then we were there for an hour in line.
What's this line for? I don't know.
So, like, Beth and I were taking turns, like, all right, you get back in the van, you go to Home Depot, pick up this and that. I want to go to Meijer again because I was looking for a couple of those games because the other ones were sold out. I walk into Meijer, they had a couple of games I was getting as gifts. And then they had Doom VFR there. On clearance for $6.
Oh, my God. Awesome.
Instantly picked that up.
Absolutely.
On Thursday.
We got to get you an aim gun now.
So,
you need to play that game with an aim gun.
And then later on that day, we're in Walmart. Cruise through. They have a bunch of clearance games, including Blood and Truth. That was $8.
What?
$8.
Oh, my God. That's ridiculous.
I told Beth, like, listen,
That's ridiculous.
I told Beth, I was like, listen, I got a million things to play now. If you want to give me that thing for Christmas, you're saving yourself like 75% off.
Yeah.
So like, you probably want to jump on that. So
That's
I'm gonna have
awesome.
to wait on that.
Let me know if you're not going to give
Yeah,
me
exactly.
that. So I'm going
I'm going to buy
now.
it right now because
So
this is ridiculous.
So I ruined $8 on Christmas. So like it's fine. So like
That's
So that's
awesome.
gonna sit there. But like man,
You are loaded. That's awesome.
Loaded in terms
That's
of that. So
that's
that's
awesome.
to answer your question, a lot is what I bought.
Awesome.
Apparently.
That's good.
Yeah, I said the VR experience. I've been liking the other stuff too. Like I did like that next VR, which is like you can watch like basketball.
Yep.
And you can watch they had wrestling on there,
Yep.
which is really cool. Like you're like in like on this turnbuckle, and they're like wrestling right in front of you. Like it's really cool. So yeah,
It's all
there's
fun and games till a stink face happens.
Yokozuna, man.
remind me to tell you something afterwards. So yeah, I mean, it's like I haven't spent a ton of time with it yet because I've been playing something else. We'll talk about here in a minute.
Sure.
Well, yeah.
Oh, 2 things actually. So, but I'm like, I think my New Year's resolution is going to look very different this year in terms of what I thought it was going to be 2 weeks
Sure.
ago. But yeah.
I don't know what mine's going to be next year, but this past year has been a colossal failure. Failure as far as New Year's
Oh
resolutions.
yeah, it has been. All right, Steak.
I bought stuff.
Oh, you made it sound like you didn't buy anything.
I said you're talking about nothing.
Well, I bought another year of PlayStation Plus for like $38.
Nice.
Ooh, that's even better than
I'm
nice.
I'm solid till like 2022.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
and I bought a Steam controller for $5.
Oh, you got one of those.
Yeah.
Did you get it in yet?
Yes.
How
I haven't
terrible.
used it yet.
Oh,
Okay, I was gonna say, like,
how terrible.
The only reason I got it is, from what I've read about it, is like the right touchpad thing.
Yeah.
Is like a touchpad, so you can use it for like a mouse.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I want to be able to play fucking Civ 5 and 6 on my couch.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
That was the whole reason I got it. Was
Okay.
Literally for that reason.
For Civ 5
For
and 6.
$5?
Well, for $5 too. Yeah, I mean that's
Plus,
easy. Yeah.
there's always the chance that like somebody does something to it in 3 years and it's in high demand.
Oh, absolutely. Well, look at. I mean, I'm still kicking myself. PlayStation TV, like those were they were like $15, and now you can't find one for under $100.
Yeah, I
like,
had one.
It's
sold
crazy.
mine.
I'm so mad I never got one because now that I don't have my Vita, it's like, well, that would have been perfect though. I still could have had access to a lot of that stuff if I did want
100%.
something.
Oh, I was looking at the Impatient. That's another one I got.
Hey,
That
let's
was-
get into our
I
actual
bought that
show.
a long time ago, and I still never started it. One of these days, I will.
Let's get into our actual show.
No, this is fun. This is much better.
No format's fun.
No. Steak, what you playing?
All right. So the thing I'm playing the most of actually right now is it's from the collection of Mana. That was the 3 old games: Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and for the first time ever in the U.S., Trials of Mana.
Okay.
From the Super Nintendo version of translated. So I've been going through Secret of Mana because I've played it, but I've never really gotten like deep into it. So I'm finally like I think about halfway through. So I'm getting deep into it. And I picked up the remake for cheap because it's no longer a GameStop exclusive, the physical edition. So Walmart had it for like $15.
Dude,
like,
man.
and like at Best Buy it's $50 still.
I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something too about like Walmart recently. Like usually, I said every time we go to Walmart or Target, I spin through the game section because I have to.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I don't know why I go to Walmart. I never buy anything. But like recently, they've been putting way more stuff on clearance. Like I've been
I need
finding
to start
way.
just- I need
Like
to start
their
doing
bottom.
that.
I don't know if it's just my Walmart or not, but like that bottom like 2 rows of like all the cabinets almost all have like the sticker on them.
Yeah.
So I was like,
I would say I need to start looking because I go to Walmart and Meijer like weekly for grocery
Dude,
shopping.
right.
And I never venture towards electronics.
Yeah,
It's
I need to
There's a
do
decent
that.
chance if I do that, I'm walking out $60 poor.
dude, that blows my mind. It's not like I won't leave there until I go through
No.
that.
Yeah, no, I need to.
I'm trying to manage my funds here.
See, I used to do that at Target because
Yeah.
Target used to be great about that,
Especially like
but-
collector's editions
but
and gold editions and stuff.
Not anymore. Target doesn't do that. Like very rarely do you find
Yeah.
something, but like very rarely they don't. But it used to be all the time.
Like,
now knowing that it's Walmart, I'm gonna have to stop over
If I go
there.
in the electronics section, there's a chance that I'm walking out just with like a $50 PlayStation card.
I don't
Right,
have it. Oh
right,
yeah,
yeah.
no, I hear
Yeah.
that. And so,
Was it on sale? No. I just saw it and thought I could use some more money on my PlayStation account.
Yeah,
Something's gonna go on sale eventually.
Yeah, I didn't mention this, but like no, I said Dollar General had the all gift cards, like most gift cards, like 15% off.
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, that's free money. So
Oh, yeah.
I have one literally like right next to my work. So I was like, well, just put some PlayStation money on there, and we'll see what that turns into. So, but
No,
50%
for sure.
of free money. Like,
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Yeah. So going through that, and then eventually I want to go. And then after that, I'm going to go through Trials of Mana because I want to do that before the remake comes out in April for this
Okay.
year for that game. Just because it's kind of cool because like I started the remake. I did like just a little bit, like the very early part of it. I'm like, this is shot for shot, but it looks way prettier. Like so, this is kind of cool to
Nice.
see. And then dove into a couple of games I picked up as we were talking about earlier. Medieval. Play probably about an hour or so of that. Fun. It's fun. It's very floaty. The controls are very floaty, but it looks very, very pretty. So it's fun. Team Sonic Racing is a blast. It's a
Okay.
lot of fun. Team Sonic Racing or Team Racing All Stars Transformed. The last one is still like a lot better than this one, but this one's still a good amount of fun. And I got it on Switch, so it looks good for Switch as well. And then I'm only about an hour, maybe hour and a half or so into Control. I am looking at a lot more than Star Wars. Just for that little bit I played. I was playing Star Wars before we started recording this for about a good hour or so. I finally got back into that. And the whole time I'm just thinking, I'm like, okay, I actually shot that down to baby mode because I just want to get through it just to get, because I hear the story is excellent. So I do want to get through it so I can get through the story, but I really just want to go back to Control.
dude, you are taking the words out of my mouth. I mean, it's not my turn yet, but Jedi Fallen Order is on my list. And like half that time, I was just like, man, I need to start Control again because I like it so much better.
I also played Control.
Let's all talk about Control
All right.
now.
I like Control.
It's Okay, go ahead. You guys have talked about
Well, I would say as I'm playing the game, it's like I'm like, there's like 5 different games mashed in here.
Yeah.
Like the story and the vibe, I'm getting a very like Resident Evil vibe off of.
Right.
The gameplay reminds me a lot of, maybe it's the third person part of it, but like the Uncharted game, the Naughty Dog games. The story I'm digging.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it
looks good. It looks very good.
I'm playing on my fancy ass PC too. So.
Oh, nice. I'm playing on the X, so I got nice
Yeah.
stuff from the X. But
I think as far as how far I got, I think I just got clearance level 2.
oh, you're further than me. I just got clearance 1.
Yeah.
So I'm on the boss that's doing the telekinesis.
Okay.
And I've died like twice already, so I'm still figuring out what
Also,
I need to do on that boss.
I
Bosses
think
are tough in that game.
I think that boss is the only place I died there and one other place so far.
Because that's the only place I've died so far up to that point, so not too
Right.
bad. Like there's been a couple times where I've gotten close, and I've had to run away, but then and get a couple headshots, so then we'll run through to get the health back.
I love that. Man, it's like it does that really cool thing where it's kind of like gives it almost like that Doom vibe where like you have to attack to get health back, and like you have to get you gotta get your face in there to get.
Not only you have to attack, you have to sprint through the area where you just killed somebody.
Right.
right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's really kind of it motivates you to put you to get your face in the action and really and get your nose dirty. So like, man, it's Go ahead.
Well, and then getting telekinesis, so you get your first power right, finally, and I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. And you know what's really nice? That it's not limited. That's what drives me nuts about Star Wars. You're a fucking Jedi. Why can't I use the Force all the time?
He's learning to learn it.
I'm a Jedi. I should be able to use this all the time. Not limited. I have to attack to rebuild my force.
Right.
Get out of here. So I'm enjoying the fact that I can use telekinesis as much as I want, pretty much, because it refills like
it refills
instantly,
real quick, and
super quickly.
And you can even make it quicker.
Oh yeah, I got a mod already that it totally
Right.
it cuts down the cost. So now I'm up to instead of getting 2 before I need to wait for it to get refilled,
right.
It's 3, and my refill is seriously, it's like maybe 10 seconds at the most,
and it's not. It's not quite as plentiful, obviously, when you're having other abilities that are also pulling from that.
Sure,
So that's one of those kind of give and take type.
I can see later on it's a little different. Yeah,
but
absolutely.
still, it's you're very rarely ever lost for power in that game.
Yeah, but but like I said, and it moves better, it controls better. I don't know, just something like the very first time I got that nice little cutscene, and it's like, oh, this is gameplay. Holy cow! Okay, cool. I didn't think. I was waiting for the transition, but that looks amazing.
Right.
And then the minute I started walking, I'm like, oh, this feels good. Just the minute I started walking, I was like, this feels good.
Yeah.
Especially coming from Star Wars. I'm like, Star Wars feels so slow and clunky now compared to Control.
Dude, you're preaching to the choir right now. You've taken half of my talking points right
Sorry.
now. No, you're fine. I'm not crazy and I'm thinking that by myself, but. I mean, just what I also like about Control, and I don't know about you guys, but I am just I'm trying to find every nook and cranny. And,
oh my God, there's so many collectibles. Yeah. Jesus.
Well, the thing that screws with me is I've gone through and cleared rooms, and you find everything that's on the desk and everything that's on the table, and I've turned on more radios than I care to acknowledge and turn them back off immediately.
Yeah.
Have you watched that? Did you guys sit there and
watch
watch the
video?
The video? That was the first one. It was like a horror thing or something, or like a mystery thing. I can't remember.
Is it with the family? Is it with the kids?
Something kids. Yeah. That was. I sat there. I'm like, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
I'm like, that was awesome.
That's one of those Remedy staples. They had that in Alan Wake. They had that, and they've had that in I think Max Payne had that too. The original one did.
But I've had it where I've gone through and cleared an area, and I'll get sent back in there for something else. Go to another place. Or
right.
I'm lost and I'm trying to find a way to where I need to be.
Yeah.
And I'll go into a room that I know I already cleared, and there's something else in there. What the fuck?
Damn it!
Man, it's the hiss.
Well, the thing that sucks though too. I love that every turn and everything there you could find something different, but I don't have the time to just sit there and read it all though, and stuff. I'm
reading everything,
and that's the thing. I want to get into it and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's because it's every 2 minutes.
It's
I'm like,
a lot.
Oh Jesus, okay. There's another thing. Here's another thing.
Yeah,
it's that's my only one complaint. It's I like it and I want it. Because I'm actually really enjoying it. So I do want to eventually sit down and read and check all this out. But as of right now, it's okay. It's a little overbearing of how many collectibles and stuff because it's I don't want to spend my whole time playing sitting here reading these things
Dude,
instead of moving along.
Totally
That's the
hear
only
you.
complaint, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but it's like it's just one of those things where it's just like, oh my god, I want to keep playing, but I do want to know more because the story is really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, in regards to that, like the collectibles, like I've gone through and like whatever, you pick up a few and there's the icon there in the menu, and I'll go in there and scroll down the list and I don't see the item marked as not being read, so I don't know what wasn't read.
Oh.
At that point, I'm just like, all right, I'm going back to the gameplay because I don't have time to sit here and figure out which one of these I haven't seen yet.
Have you guys gotten to the telephone yet?
Yes. You'll know if you've been there.
No.
You would
It's very-
100% know if you guys.
No.
You do a whole bunch of stuff centered around getting to it.
Yeah. and
Okay,
then-
no,
okay.
that's probably after where I'm at.
The
then.
phone really opens up like the narrative piece of it.
Okay.
And it'll give you, if you don't really want to sit and read a lot of the text, like the phone will give you a lot of like the context of what's going on.
Okay.
And things like that.
Well, that's good to know.
You'll get more and more into, like, once you get that, like you'll get people will be contacting you.
Okay.
And then you'll go through this. So you
Got
get a
it.
lot more of that. Yeah. So I mean, any more thoughts on Control? Outside of I'm going to be playing
No,
it
I
again
wanna
soon. Now
play
you're
more.
talking about it. Okay.
No, like I said, I'm honestly now, like I said earlier, I bumped Star Wars to story mode just so I can get through, which is still bullshit. Story mode, by the way. I still think it's ridiculously hard for no freaking reason.
How many stim packs do you have?
3.
You need to go find more.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts.
I finished the game
but
with
that's
8,
but that's
so,
ridiculous.
yeah,
Like I think
I
it's
hear
just
ya.
ridiculous. But I want to fly through that just so I can just finish that and like it's like okay, I just at least want the story to redeem the rest of this game
Can I,
for me, and then go back to and then finish
Yeah.
Control.
When I'm talking about it,
Okay.
let me remind me to ask you a question.
All right, that's it,
Is that, Art,
and a little bit of Pokemon. Just keep going.
what you playing?
Control.
Yeah.
Rainbow Six.
And me and Rainbow Six are not on talking terms right now. I had like 4 nights in a row. I got my teeth kicked in. I was like, I
Ooh.
need to take a break. And before I hate this game and delete it off my system, I'm going to take a break and I will come back later.
That sounds
It'll
all
be
right.
fine.
That happens.
Yeah, I would say I've been there before.
Because I know that's not typical, and I know I've been on the other end of that too, where I've been like, I've been the MVP of some games.
Right,
Like,
absolutely right.
So
Yep.
I understand the situation.
Yep.
I have addressed the situation. I am currently addressing the situation.
Well, what's more frustrating is like you go through if you have like a bunch of nights in a row where you're doing like really well, and you're like, all right, I got this game figured out now. Everything's clicking, and then you hit the 4 nights in a row of just getting your teeth.
and right now too is it's like it was also pushing me against playing that game right now. Is there's so much other things I want to play before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So like. I don't need much of a
nudge.
motivation to try something else right now.
I would say Rainbow Six. I imagine it's like I signed into PlayStation. 4 people are online playing Rainbow Six. I guess I'll go play Rainbow Six.
I felt like I literally felt like obligated to play yesterday.
I've had nights like that.
Yeah,
I've had nights where I've signed my PlayStation offline to play stuff.
And what's
not harassed.
what's stupid is like if I see 2 people there, I'm like but if I see 4, I'm like they got a rando.
That's a 5.
Like, they got a rando
gotta
in there
go
right
help
now.
them.
Like I can't
Well,
leave them.
I'm not gonna lie. When I popped on Medieval,
Yeah.
you two, I think it was Split and Vegas were on Rainbow Six,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I plan on playing Medieval.
Yeah, no.
A pure
got
offline.
to.
I'm like, so they're gonna be hitting me up if I don't do this because I know now or no. Like I only
got
have an hour before I want to go to bed
Yeah.
myself. I'm Medieval.
Let's see, outside of that, I feel like there was other stuff I played. Played some Black Ops 4 Blackout.
Without me?
Man, if you're not playing a game with like-minded people, it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So, like, my philosophy on it is, like, whatever. We do the jump. We land wherever it is. Mm-hmm. If everyone gets gear and gets out, cool, game on. If we go in there and someone dies, it's like kamikaze mission. I'm going out quick, but I'm going to try to take people with me.
Yeah, right.
And if you have someone in there who grinds it out for 20 minutes after teams die, it's not enjoyable. Especially, I'm not good at that game. For whatever reason, I can't kill somebody. I can do 250 damage and nobody dies. But I sit there and go do a solo one, and I'll kill 2 people and die, and I had fun because at least I killed people.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
So there's that. I bought and downloaded that Doug Flutie Maximum.
Oh,
Football.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna say
No.
Don't do it.
No.
it's coming on physical soon.
Yeah, like $20.
Don't do it.
Fair enough.
It's however, that motivated me to start going around online looking for a copy of NCAA Football 14.
How expensive is it?
They're-
About full price.
Yeah.
do you still have your PlayStation?
That's actually not terrible, though.
Do you,
Like,
do you have a PlayStation 3 still?
Yeah.
The digital version is $20.
I can go buy the digital version?
Yes, you can.
yeah. Oh, yeah. there's-
While he's doing that, I'll talk about.
That's all I played. The game.
You know what? That's all I played. Good night, folks.
It's, if you see video of the game, it looks rough and it plays just about. Unfortunately, I don't like saying this because I know it's like two guys that busted their ass to put this game together.
Sure. But still.
It plays about as rough as it looks.
Yeah.
And
That's disappointing.
like I called a run play and my team's passing and I don't know what's going on. Maybe I hit the wrong fucking button. It's totally possible. But I started a dynasty with a college team. I think it's called dynasty mode, college mode. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
And I start my first game and somehow I'm controlling the team I'm playing against.
Oh, that's weird.
And I'm like, I played it very, very briefly. If I put more time into it and figured out what was going on with these buttons, maybe it would be okay. But like, immediate impression is no.
bueno.
That's
a shame.
that's disappointing.
Not surprising, but
No,
still,
not at all.
shame.
No, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I feel like we're a year closer to NCAA coming back. It feels like.
Listen.
I agree.
So the whole thing with the NCAA passing in California, that athletes can be paid
Right.
for their likenesses
Right.
or whatever the extent of it is. If they have to bump the price of NCAA football to like $85 to cover that,
I'll
I
buy
will
it.
pay $85.
No one's gonna care.
I'll pay $100.
No one's
I
gonna
don't care. College football was my favorite football game of all time. I always loved NCAA. I looked forward to NCAA more.
I would sit there
Then it
and
Madden.
So what I would do is I would alternate every year, NCAA or Madden.
Yeah, me too.
And I would go through NCAA and just simulate and recruit
Sure.
and try to build up a team that would win without me playing anything.
Oh, speaking of, you talk about like I want to do like Madden, like coach mode.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
What?
You can't just play. You can't just call plays. Like you can. You have to actually snap the ball and everything. You can't do it. I looked it up.
I don't like
It
it.
stinks. All you got?
Don't
You're
like
busy.
it.
That's all I got.
He's busy. Now.
He's busy now. Yeah.
You've lost me.
That's okay.
So we talked about a couple things already. I just want to reiterate how awesome Beat Saber is. And like,
so good.
I
So
I
good.
bought the. I haven't got the kids on it yet.
Okay.
But you know, they're big Imagine Dragons fans.
Oh,
I
yeah.
I bought the pack.
Those are hard.
They're hard.
They're very difficult. They're
But
great
they're,
though.
They're fun songs.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, even like because like the Beat Saber with the PlayStation comes with like the first 3 mixes, which is a decent
Yeah,
amount of songs.
it's good. It's good
and
amount.
I bought that. It was $40 total. It's the only thing. I think that's the only VR game I bought at full price. Maybe Arkham VR too.
Worth
I don't
it.
know. That was gonna be whatever
Worth
it was. So yeah, that's just strictly great. Like whatever platform that you have that has that, whether it be
Where'd you see you can buy this for $20 online?
I'm there.
No, I can buy some college themes for $3.
You're doing it wrong. That was like over a year ago, so I don't know if stuff
well.
changed or not.
Probably.
I don't know. I haven't given you the most accurate information I currently have. Yeah, Beat Saber is amazing. I also played the first like part of Arkham VR, and it's like it's 2:00 in the morning. I need to stop now before I play the whole thing, so I only jumped into it, and it's like
5 o'clock in the morning rolled around.
and it's
you
just
were
like
wrapping up.
just the opening of that is just so awesome.
I know,
And
it's
even
so
like
good.
the menu where you're just standing on the rooftop, and then like the whole like walking, you going around in Wayne Manor to hitting the piano to go down, and you're suiting up. Like it's just so great and feels so great.
It's probably been 2 years since I've done that. I need to just do it again,
Well,
just to do it.
all the Arkham games I have gotten every Riddler trophy on. I don't have
Nice.
I don't have platinum trophies in any of them because they always require those, like either the multiplayer mode that was in Origins
Right.
or like the trials, something
Sure.
like that. And so I never did that, but I did always get all the Riddler trophies. So I'm going to get them all in this one too.
Nice.
Finally, talk about Siege already. I played the first half of the first episode of Life is Strange 2.
Okay.
That's all I have to say about that. At this
Yeah,
point, there's
yeah.
really nothing to say. It's definitely way prettier than the previous one was,
Okay.
and Before the Storm, and Captain Spirit.
Yep.
Everything I read online said it was they looked at your saves, but the very first thing that they asked me when I booted up a game is, did you play the game before? And I said yes. And they're like, did you sacrifice Arcalay Bay, or whatever they call it? I think it's Arcalay Bay.
Yeah.
At the end of the first game, I was like, you should know that. I have the save.
I was
on
going to
here.
say, I don't remember.
I did. I did because
So in other words, bought this on PlayStation for nothing.
Okay.
I'm not entirely sure about that because like there is also the Captain Spirit stuff. And Captain Spirit, even though it was free, I definitely have a save on that already, and they haven't mentioned anything about that yet.
Okay.
So I don't know if it read that, but didn't read season 1.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
I'm curious. I'm curious. Yeah, I'm curious to see how that is gonna go.
And that was also before I signed into the Square Enix account.
Oh, okay.
So there could be
there could be something.
There's a lot of
there.
questions there. I knew what my answer was, so it's not going to really affect the way I'm going to play either way. But it's like it's free on Game Pass right now, so it's just like
right, exactly.
Anyway, last but not least, Jedi Fallen Order. So we were talking a little bit about it. Finished it. Got to the end. Have you seen any commercials on Jedi Fallen Order?
I purposely stayed away from the Thanksgiving commercial, especially after I heard that it spoils the whole ending.
It spoils the coolest thing in the entire game.
That's what the hell? What the hell is that about?
What happens surrounding that is still interesting, but the very moment of what was spoiled would have been the coolest portion of that game. Yeah, by a large margin.
Sure. Everyone was going nuts when that happened.
It's unfathomable how dumb that is for them, and I just don't know why they would neuter their game like this.
Right, and that doesn't make any sense because considering too, like it's like okay, this game came out in November, which means a ton of people are getting this for Christmas. Like, there's a lot of people. Yes, you have your people who've gotten it and have played it, and who probably have beaten it before Thanksgiving, but. At the same time, you've got way more people who either haven't beaten it yet, or B, are getting it for Christmas.
Getting it with the new console bundle for Xbox and stuff like that. Like, what are you doing?
That's crazy.
I was like, when I saw the commercial, I knew some people got up in arms about it, but I thought about the normal internet stuff, and like I also thought like,
Internet's
okay,
always up in arms about stuff.
Right. And I thought like, okay, maybe this is like a third of the way through the game or something.
Right.
Nope. Last 15 minutes of the game, I could not.
Well, that's the thing, and that's also part of the reason why I really want to get through this game, because I want to go back and see that commercial to see what they ruined, because I'm curious.
It's unbelievable.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
What happens after the ending is super interesting and sets up a lot, obviously, for this new franchise.
Sure.
But I liked that piece of it. Throughout Jedi Fallen Order, you are like kind of recruiting people to your crew. And I was kind of hoping that there would be more crew aspect things happening at the end of it.
Okay.
In terms of like actually interacting with me, the player, as opposed to like cutscenes and being on the ship and talking. That's all. They're all just more like narrative pieces as opposed to in the actual gameplay or doing anything that was super interesting gameplay wise. I was kind of hoping how that would end up turning out.
Right.
So I never got into that. I got a pretty good handle on the combat, and like I like what I thought. Like once you open up that skill tree and you start getting more and more of those things, it's I found myself like, all right, now I found like the 4 or 5 things I do with everybody. I worked pretty much with everybody. Now I can go through and learning to parry. And that's really honestly that's the key. That's the key to most of those battles.
Which pisses me off so much. Even in story mode, there's like that bar, like the parry timer. It's all the way at the top. I still can't freaking parry any melee. It's driving me nuts.
It's almost like weird timing too, because I feel like if someone's like doing like multiple hits, like I should be able to like. If I don't block the first one, I'm not going to block the second one or third one either. Because you can't like do like midway through. You can't like unpress block and press it again and get it. So that was kind of clunky, but like there's some enemies, if you parry them, like there's a one-shot kill on them. Sure. And the last couple of bosses, if you don't parry, you're not gonna you don't have a chance.
Well, then I might never beat this fucking game, man.
I mean, spoil it for you right now.
No.
Just go
watch a commercial.
So like there was those kind of things that were very troublesome, but like. I mean, there's all those things, and there's still a lot I really did like about the game. I thought I originally was just like when I said I got to open up the 4th planet, I thought we would open up like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like there's really only like 6 places you can go to, and it's basically just like the ending piece of it. But you do go back to these places, and when you go back, it's wildly different. Like so, it's like their environments, even though you're going back to the same worlds, don't look like that at all. And they open up and they kind of sprawl. Like there's a lot to them. There's a lot to look through. I mean, even though like all the stuff that you would find would be mostly customizable stuff for BD and for my lightsaber and for like the outfits
ship
and things like that, which is all fine. But they still had like a lot of like the storytelling in that post Order 66 time frame, which was really cool. And I mean that's all like that's all.
I just got to a really cool thing that showed up. It was I don't know. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, but so I won't say it just to be safe. But I got to it and I was just like, Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's neat because like it's like okay, this is after the prequels, and that was really cool.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And like, I mean, these are canon. You know, this is like things that actually happen in this universe. So I mean, you get a chance to really kind of get into the nitty gritty of like the worst time for the Jedi, which is really that was like the shining moment for me in the game.
Right.
You know, this game is being compared to like it's a mix of like Dark Souls and Uncharted and things like that, and I don't think it reaches any of those heights.
Right.
Especially when you talk about like the comparisons to Uncharted, because it feels like that it has the same camera.
Yeah,
like you know, you're doing the jumping around and
the wall
parkour
running
and things
and
like
all
that.
Yeah.
But some of the things that make Uncharted special is they have those moments where like you're running from something, you're on a motorcycle and things are flying and the camera's all dynamic and crazy and you're still interacting with stuff. They do that a couple of times in there, but it just feels flat.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel quite as intense or like. But the camera always stays behind you, like things like that, unless it's a trailer, not a trailer, but a
cutscene,
cinematic.
Right.
So like it really kind of misses like that was an amazing moment at the end of like, oh my god. There's a couple of things that were really really cool, but doesn't really have like those you know, you're running down this hallway and all kinds of madness is happening. Type of moments. I was also kind of hoping to have like that really like I'm super powerful moment, and that never really happened either. If anything, it was the opposite, where I was always like they put you in a situation where you're supposed to be like I'm just scraping by, or I'm just not gonna. There's like it's actually determined that I'm not gonna win this fight because that's where the next portion of the story is. Like I'm gonna lose this fight, something's gonna happen and progress the story. But like it just really like there was a few things that were kind of rough around the edges for me. The jumping and stuff like that we talked about last time. Persistent throughout the entirety of the game as just sucking.
The amount of times I fell off a freaking cliff, it was ridiculous.
And
we're missing a vine to a vine. I'm straight on, but I don't know what happened.
Later on in the game, when you're getting more traversal, you know, options like the double jump and like you know the force pull and things like that, like you're doing all those things in emotion, and it's like it's very probable that you're gonna get one of those things fucked up or fucked up for you, which stinks. I just like some of the rough around the edges pieces too. Like there was one portion where I got dropped off onto a level, and I wanted to turn around and look at what just dropped me off, and it was just gone. It wasn't there. There was no sound or like no like nothing. It just always okay. Well, it's gone. There's all the chests. Like when you open them up, you know, Beatty jumps off your back, jumps in the chest, roots around, comes back out, and finds your you know your skin or whatever it is. He does underwater. You open it up underwater. The crate still moves, and Cal still talks to BD1, but BD1 never goes off his back because they're swimming. So, like, why is that rumbling? And why? How are you talking with the breather in your mouth?
Oh,
like, I don't.
God.
It's just one of those things. It's just like, it's not a big deal. It doesn't, but it does.
Sure.
Like, it does like take you out of the experience. It's like those couple of little extra little, you know, you can really see the seams in the game, and those things you don't see like in the Uncharted franchise and things like that. Like there's like it's really hard to find the seams in that game, which makes it really special and different. Overall, I did really really like the game, but I did find myself being like, okay, let's pull up a walkthrough. How much more time do I have here? Like, you know,
sure.
Like,
Where am I exactly?
I was like, okay, fine. I'm close enough at this point to get to the end. I gotta go to Dathomir again. Jesus Christ. So it was one of those things too. And so there was some times where I felt like it was a little bit slog. There was some times I just felt like I don't know about this. But there were some really cool moments too. It was just like, man, I just cleared this room out, and I did feel like a Jedi in this portion. I cleaned these guys out.
I think every once in a while you get that feeling because it's like, you know, I hit the button 3 times, a little delayed to swing my lightsaber, and I did a whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's like, okay, that was awesome. That feels really good.
And when you get a chance to like string like 4 or 5 different like button combinations together to do like different things.
It's nice.
I don't know if you've gotten the different lightsaber attachments to give you more options, but like there's
not yet.
Okay. There are some different things in there that like really open it up, and
cool.
Like, and you can later on you can actually you can switch into them during the motion. So I can be like, have the lightsaber one way, hit him, switch it, and hit him again, and like so. I mean, like
nice.
I'm going, I'm switching, I'm breaking, I'm hitting, I'm throwing. Like it was just like all kinds of stuff, and that got really cool when I was really feeling in the flow of the game.
Sure.
But it happened near the end of the game, and near the end of the game is basically just a bunch of boss fights.
Gotcha.
And then you can't do those things to the bosses because they block them.
Right.
So it's
right.
like it's close, you know, like it's really close, and I understand like this is the first game of the franchise.
Oh sure.
And that makes me more excited for the second game.
Sure.
More than just how I felt about this one.
Well, they had a kind of short time to get this done and out the door.
Right.
Yeah.
So
No, absolutely.
I mean, I would definitely put this in Respawn having another great game. I would still say it's great, but it doesn't reach any kind of man, remember 2019 when this game came out? I don't know if it's gonna be that big. It's not as good as any. I don't think I liked it any more than any of my top 5 games from last year.
Right.
If that game came out last year, it would have made my top 5. I don't know, but overall, and also I gotta look through this through the prism of having the coolest moment spoiled for me. So I don't. So it really is. It leaves more. I don't want to say more sour, but it leaves a decent amount of sour.
Sure.
On top of all the stuff I liked about it too, and it's not entirely the game's fault. So it's not the game's fault that they got spoiled for me. It's advertising's fault.
Right.
They got spoiled for me
For sure.
So it's.
I wonder if the people at Respawn saw that one. You got to be kidding me.
I hope so, because literally it's
it had to be someone else that cut that wasn't from Respawn,
it's usually,
and I was really
marketing department, whatever.
Once I knew I was getting near the end, I was hoping okay, post credits. That'd be great.
Yeah,
Post credits, fine, whatever. Nope. Right? The heart of the coolest part of the ending. It's you have got to be kidding me.
That sucks.
All right, but that's all I've been playing.
That's it.
That's it. That's all I've been playing. Well, I said I probably put 20 hours in the Jedi.
That's great. No, that's great. No, I was being sarcastic with that. With that.
I know. I've rambled on enough. Steak was coming out next couple weeks.
You're
Drinky. You couldn't find it?
No, man.
Huh.
Let me see what I can.
December 17th.
They probably pulled it after that lawsuit settled.
Oh, maybe. That's a possibility.
I'm not gonna.
December 17th, Wadham for PC and PS4. This is from the Katamari crew.
Have you seen the box art and stuff like that for it yet?
It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
I'm probably not going to buy that game, but it is really cool.
But it's awesome. So there's that. It's the only release coming up that's worth talking about. For PlayStation Plus, though, we've got some new games for December. Speaking of Respawn, Titanfall 2, which is supposed to be just a phenomenal single-player experience, the story experience.
Can confirm. Very good.
That's right. You did go through it. I am chapter 3, I think. I'm not that far into it, but I started it, and it's excellent. The little bit I played of it. The other game for free as well is Monster Energy Motocross, the official video game.
Hey.
There you go.
All right, then. Monster getting all kinds of love on PlayStation now.
That's right. Your Xbox games with gold for December on Xbox One. From December 1st through the 31st, you can download Insane Robots. And from December 16th through January 15th, Jurassic World Evolution.
That's cool.
So looking forward to that because the reviews were
Jurassic World Evolution, was that
the sim park?
Okay.
Yeah. So
I thought about buying that when it came out.
There you go.
Yeah. So there we go. So for free, why not? Or you know what I mean.
We're not going to talk about the Untitled Goose game here in a minute, but now I'm super pissed. We'll talk about why later.
For Xbox 360, which is also playable on your Xbox One, from December 1st to the 15th, you can download Toy Story 3. Mm-hmm. And on December 16th through the 31st, Castlevania, Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate HD.
What is that?
So that was the 3DS game.
That's when you had me play that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's a 3DS game, but they re-released it on PS4, PC, and Xbox One in HD. So that's great. So early, what was that, last month or 2 months ago, we got Lords of Shadow. Mm-hmm. Now we got this. I'm praying to God we got Lords of Shadow 2 because I never picked that up because the reviews were not great for it.
Yep.
So, but hey, give it for me for free. I'll go through it.
I'll give it a spin.
And then if they give us that, I might just try to be like, all right, well then here we go. I'm just gonna go through all 3 of them really quick here. But yeah. But and then last time we talked about a ton of Game Pass.
Yeah,
right. You can go back and check out the last episode if you want to find out the Game Pass stuff because there was stuff added. And Witcher 3 is coming very, very, very soon.
Yes, sir. The extra.
Time for the news.
The topic news.
And our topic. And
news.
Lots.
I didn't really make notes because this is most of it. Only thing not in there is that there is announced today a new BioShock game is in development.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Steak's constipated.
I'm so excited.
Time frame, the only quote is it'll be in development over the next several years.
It sounds
Apparently, it's also been in development.
Oh God.
It was empty, right?
Yeah.
Everything shorts out. We're not redoing this again. I'm not. There's a little bit. This will be the lost episode.
I was gonna say, yeah, that'd be a long.
We haven't lost one yet.
You haven't lost one yet.
That'd be a long 45 minutes to
We had some weird audio. We had some weird video.
Yeah.
We haven't lost one yet.
Yep.
I've never played Bioshock. I mean, you guys talk about
So,
shit.
yeah.
so good.
It was on my New Year's resolution list. That I have barely touched.
My understanding is like that was I guess a Bioshock game has been developed for a while. Like Kotaku was talking about that. It's been like revamped a couple times, whatever it is, and they kind of I don't know if they're starting from scratch here.
The quote I read was they started development on it shortly after Mafia 3 finished.
Okay, so that's a couple.
So
of
it's
years
been a
at this
while.
point.
So yeah, that was like what, 2-3 years?
It's been 2 years since Mafia 3 was a huge disappointment.
And so I will see. Like honestly, like I played Bioshock Infinite way late, and I liked it. Bioshock 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. 2 was fine. So like there is a little bit of a mixed bag, but when it's good, it's great. Like it's
absolutely,
really really great. So if I can play more Bioshock, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in 100%. Day one purchase. It could be the worst game ever, and I will buy it day one.
What do you think they're gonna do? Like they've been,
Well, it sounds like it's gonna be kind of more of a reboot.
I'd be fine with that.
Which is fine because it's been a long time, and it's probably going to still be a few years. And the nice thing is, it's like that's fine. Let it be a few. I want that on next gen anyways. Like I want you guys to go nuts for that game.
Yeah, because I think it'd be kind of cool if they went back, if they did Under the Sea Rapture again, but just be like had the same like motif, but like everything is just different in terms of like there's like the maps are all different.
And that's the thing. I think what it's going to be is it's going to be a reboot, but if you played the other games, you're gonna get like there's gonna be stuff you see. You're gonna be like, ooh, like like that kind of stuff. Like
and not to ruin Infinite for anybody.
It's
the Infinite
many years.
The Infinite was like a lot of that was just like there's infinite. They talk about all the different dimensions and things like that.
Exactly, and that's how you can kind of get away with that, anyways. Doing something like that. I don't care as long as it's just more Bioshock. I'm all in, and like I said, like. Again, a lot of people did not like Infinite. I did. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed it.
I did too.
But give me that Rapture though setting, and I'm in, totally in for sure. Because like the Rapture setting was just so much better, honestly. But it's just so good.
I agree. One other thing that I don't think was on your news, and I don't think was on this, was they talked about Major League Baseball signed a new agreement.
Yeah.
And so like they're gonna have
awesome.
They're gonna have multi-console.
Of the
show, which is former Sony exclusive. I mean, it's a Sony studio, making games for other game companies, or game consoles, which I think is interesting. What's going to be really great when it's just Stadia, and that's it. It's just going to be PlayStation and Stadia, and that's it. No, I think it's super wise
it's gonna
to
be
do everything.
Xbox for sure.
I would hope so.
You put that on the Switch, I will play my first baseball game since the Vita days, because I'm not really into baseball as much as I used to be anymore. But on the Vita, I played so much.
Yeah, I did
like handheld. That's just a perfect. Like when you got doing nothing, just sitting on the couch, just sit there going to town. Like I will do that all over again if it's on Switch.
Such a pretty game on PlayStation.
It's great.
Oh, absolutely. And
again, it's going to look like RBI Baseball on Switch.
I don't know about that bad. RBI Baseball is pretty bad.
The ball will look like a block. That's what I'm getting at here. It hasn't been flat out said anywhere, but the implication is that Major League Baseball said, if you guys want this license again, it needs to be
everywhere,
available to more people. Because I have a feeling they probably view that as a way to grow the audience. If kids can play a baseball video game, they're more likely to actually go to a stadium and sit through the snooze fest as a baseball game.
Yeah,
but I think that's just so many more people that would be.
What's the thing?
It's the best baseball game, and
absolutely,
and not even close. Like
absolutely, no, for hands down. Because I mean, 2K was good for a little while, and then like they just basically were doing roster updates at one point for the last 2-3 years, and that was the third party. They had the exclusive third party for that for a while. So, and I know there's a lot of people complaining about this. Of course, God,
something
surprising.
Happened.
Oh God,
why does it matter if a game's exclusive? Why do people
exactly
over that?
And that's the thing. And it's like, okay, this is actually good for Sony though, because now it's more revenue.
Right.
Like, so they're just gonna it's still their game. It's still their game. Right. Who cares if they put it on Xbox? Who cares if they put it on the Switch? They're gonna make a ton more money now.
This isn't a pie chart. Just because more people get to play it doesn't mean you get to play it less.
Right.
You have the same game. I don't know, it's just.
But I don't understand the gatekeeping over by consumers over exclusives. What does it matter to you?
People are upset when
it's going away from that. We're clearly going away from that anyways to begin with. I mean, look, Xbox putting stuff on the Switch. Like, we're getting away from that stuff.
It's a good business plan.
It is. It's good money.
Whatever. All right. So we had two. I don't know, what do you call these?
Events.
Sure, events.
Video
today.
conferences.
Video event conferences.
2 directs.
Sure. One for Sony, and then we had one for Nintendo Indie World.
Which one do you guys want to do first?
Do Nintendo first.
That's what I figured. All right. So Nintendo Indie World, and and I'll get into it a little bit. I think I know why they switched it. So right away they kicked off with Sports Story, coming mid 2020. This is from the developers of Golf Story, and so now there's like volleyball, tennis, lots of shit.
Stop
baseball.
talking right now. I'm in. I want it, and I want it.
And it's funny because after seeing that, I'm just like, man, I still haven't played Golf Story.
Golf
I
Story is
still
so
need.
good.
I that needs to go on sale because I need to pick that up.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Like at this point now, because it's been out for a while, it's like, come on, like give me a sale, like give me something, because it's $15, which ain't bad. I mean, that's still a good price, but it's like give me just 10. It's like I'm just asking for like $5 off. Just give me it for 10.
It's so charming.
So then after that, we got a new trailer for Streets of Rage 4 coming in the first half of 2020. That looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I'm super pumped
I
for
don't know
that.
if I'm gonna get it.
Well, it's gonna be on Xbox Game Pass, so I'm not gonna bother getting it on Switch.
Awesome.
But the music and everything like that totally sold me. It was awesome.
It looks great.
Then there's a new game called Gleamlight coming in early 2020. It's basically, it looks like a Metrovania kind of game, but they said there's gonna be no UI whatsoever. So that's kind of interesting.
The game knows how you play or something.
Was
Something
the
like
screen
that.
just black?
No, there's the game.
No,
but
there's the game.
No,
but there's
life bar.
but there's no life
magic
bars.
bar,
There's nothing
HUD.
else on the screen but the game.
Yeah.
So no like menu kind of stuff.
Screens. Never mind. It's semantics.
You take your semantics.
And this and Gleamlight was the first one to kick off this, where the developers came on and
Right.
introduced their game. I think that's where the indie world kind of thing comes into, like, hey, here's this whole world of indies, and we're talking to actual real people.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
So then after that, we got into a game
People
called Bacon Switch, coming summer 2020. If I remember correctly, this was kind of like a co-op, overcooked looking type of game. Basically, kind of.
It sounds like a bunch of guys I hung out with in high school getting stoned in a basement, passing a Switch around.
I'd be fun with that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it would be a great Friday night.
The theme of, I know we are only like a third of the way in, but the theme of this
Is you
direct
choose
was
an hour of TV.
procedurally generated and
Yeah.
and couch co-op.
Right, exactly. Now, this next game is the one that I was like, ooh, I got really intrigued with. It's called Super Mash. So it's a game that makes games. It's
That
coming
was
May
neat. 2020.
So they showed, it's interesting. So it's like, so you could say, okay, we want to do a JRPG in
Which will be the first genre you choose every time.
well, yeah. In a first
Can I just
person.
lock that selection in?
Yeah, I say just lock it in. Let's just lock it in stone. In a first-person shooter world, and then it creates this game out of this.
It's
actually,
super interesting.
I wouldn't say that's gonna be the first time, because I'm actually be really curious to see some of these other things in a JRPG world.
Right,
like
right.
that could be kind of neat to see how that works out.
That
First
one,
person shooter in a JRPG.
That could be really cool.
And you just annihilate a town.
so man, that was super interesting, and
Yeah.
it looked really varied. And like some of the stuff looked like like Final Fantasy. Some of it looked like The Sims. Some of it looked like
Well, in every single kind of like genre they kind of showed up had a different graphic
Yeah.
style, which was really cool.
And so this game come out now, but it's actually out right now on the Epic Game Store.
Oh, is it
Came out yesterday.
Super Mesh? Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's my turn.
I'm also giving you bad information.
While you're booting up the computer, can you Google NCAA football
got
14 for PS4?
I swear to God, it was there at one point. I swear to
It probably
God.
got removed when the lawsuit got settled.
Actually, no, to be completely honest, I think I want that on my Switch, though. That would be really cool on the Switch.
Or you could have it now.
I know.
And buy it again
I'll wait till
later.
May. I'll wait till May. I got plenty to play.
Like a
Trust me.
steak special.
Please, that'll take me away from all the Game of the Year stuff I got to play before
That's
that
true,
show. Then after that, we got a trailer for the Talos Principle Deluxe Edition.
Words are hard.
I know, and it is available today.
Yeah.
I believe on the eShop. I think I saw it for $29.99. So if you've never played it before, I hear it's an excellent first-person puzzle game. So
That
go
has
check it out.
been in my backlog for a long, long time.
Then after that, we got a trailer for Sail Forth coming in 2020. This kind of seemed like a shipbuilding survival, one of those kind of overhead type of games.
Yep.
Not gonna lie, I really thought you were gonna say Salesforce.
We should make that game.
Yeah. Probably the most boring game ever.
Well,
It'll just constantly break.
We do it, and then we go to businesses and sell it, and we tell them it's only $60. They'll be thrilled.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we find out it's not what they expect. We're already long gone.
Salesforce.
And then after that, we got a new trailer for Dauntless. It is available today, finally, on the Switch. They've been teasing this for a while. It is cross-play, but it is also cross-save, which is awesome. So I have not booted it up yet, but I did download it on my Switch. For those who don't know, it's kind of like a cartoony Monster Hunter. It's kind of the vibe I got off of it.
Everyone was beating the drum for crossplay. Cross save is really what we needed to be fighting for.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I would say the other game on Switch that does it is the Divinity 2. In which a lot of people are.
That's kind of a big game to be doing that.
Yeah, I mean from Steam, well, it's only the Steam though, from Steam crossplay, so it does not the other consoles, but only the Steam version.
Progress.
Yeah, but it's something. After that, we got a game called Murder by Numbers.
Yeah.
Coming in early 2020.
It's Picross with a story.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah,
I love it.
look good. Then Oddworld, Stranger's Wrath. So the game that we all know from back then is coming. They announced it in January 2020. I was on the eShop earlier though, and it actually has a date of January 23rd. And it's on sale right now. It's 20% off, so it's $23.99 if you pre-buy it. After that, we get a new trailer for Skatebird. Coming late 2020.
I know.
That was kind of weird. I was like, what? Late? Like, okay. I thought for sure that would have been at least like early or something. Like,
yeah, because we've been seeing it for a while. I mean, we saw it at E3, I think, for the first time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's been, out there for a little bit, but it's,
I'm not going to lie. It looks good.
It's Tony Hawk with birds.
It looks really
it's
good.
It's the pun.
Yeah.
It's a Tony Hawk game, but with birds.
Yeah, it looks really good. Okay, after that, we got a game that I am very intrigued on called Liberated, coming in 2020. So this looks like it's basically you're playing out a comic book.
Like a black and white.
A black and white graphic novel, and you're playing in the frames of the comic book. So it's kind of like Comic Zone in that aspect, but you're not like jumping frame like through like it's not like a platformer type thing with that like that, but it's more like no, here's what's going on in this cell.
Yeah, and it looked like they had like a graphic novel, like visual novel is what I meant. Like it looks like it had like visual novel like aspects on there, but also looks like it had like side scroll shooting.
Yep.
Like kind of like what was that? Something complex.
Shadow.
Yes, Shadow Complex. Thank you. If it looked, it reminded me a little bit of Shadow Complex with like the side scroll and shooting.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but I just like the vibe of the whole thing, and
I'm really curious. I was hoping for a little bit more definitive date on that one. Like 2020 is like
there's a lot.
Who knows what that means?
Yeah, right.
After that, we got Boyfriend Dungeon coming in 2020.
Kinky.
So it is a dungeon. It's a 2D dungeon crawler, like asymmetric dungeon crawler. Your weapons are hot single men.
So they're like manifest into like a sword.
Yep.
Not manifest.
No, no symbolism there at all.
No.
But like I guess then they change into your boyfriend, and like it looks like you're going through like the perils of like a night out because they're fighting like martinis and cell phones and stuff like that. So it looks just very weird,
so ridiculous. Interesting. After that, we got Dreamscraper coming in early 2020.
Oh yeah,
that looked kind of interesting.
Was Boyfriend Dungeon being made by the same people that did Head Awful Boyfriend?
It has someone from there.
The artist.
The art. Yeah. Someone was. Yeah.
They got a shout out during the.
They did.
During the presentation.
How long till one of those weapons turns into a bird?
Oh my god.
Oh, it's happening.
But it's a bird. It's like a bird companion, but they also have like it's just like a handful boyfriend where you could see the bird or see the guy, but you of course you see the bird.
Then we got the Survivalists. This takes place in the same universe as the Escapists, so you have an idea of what it looks like. It's a survival game. Yeah. Your basic survival game: crafting, training monkeys.
That was cool.
That was funny.
And multiplayer.
Multiplayer. Actually, they're like really pushing co-op for this.
But you also were very clear, like you need to have another Switch and another version of the game.
Yeah.
So it's not like
online, whatever.
Nobody pass.
Nobody pass. Anything like that.
So that's coming in 2020. And then to finish things off, Axiom Verge 2.
Yeah, cool.
Coming fall 2020. It looks a lot brighter than the first one did.
It does.
But it looks fantastic still. Still same art style.
Same guy. One
same
guy making the whole thing.
Yep. I mean, the fact that it's coming fall 2020, that's amazing. But yeah.
There you go.
So there we go. It's good indie world.
It has a few things in there
I mean,
that definitely piqued my interest.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a bunch of things I could not care possibly less about as well. But I think that's like what the indie game landscape looks like anyway.
I think you're going to have some games that are going to appeal to certain
Yeah.
people, not others, vice versa. I mean, then there's going to be some where everyone's going to go crazy
But
for.
that's the beautiful part about it. It's like there's the spectrum of indie game is just so wide that it can be so many different things that it's going to be for some people, not for other people. And that's all fine. But like I think that's was highlighted here is how indie games can be so wildly different, and then even wildly different than things you've played in the past.
Yeah.
All right,
Cool.
PlayStation State of Play, on the other hand,
It's a lot, same amount of time.
a lot less. However, I think
we have some stuff here.
stuff.
PlayStation State of Play. We get our, if you've watched these State of Plays before, we get the orange that turns to blue. And we had a nice little sound effect.
Item select
sound effect
from
in
Resident
there.
Evil.
So that was cool.
I just said right there because I love. I
love when they do stuff like that.
It's great.
Like when they did that for Final Fantasy VII, that everyone lost their shit.
Yeah, I feel like and this one that was like the worst kept secret that I mean they put it up on a PlayStation Store for crying out loud. The ending of this, well, half of the ending.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, go through it this now.
Let's,
Yeah,
all right.
so, okay,
Yeah,
well, all right.
we'll get there. All right, so to kick things off, though, Untitled Goose Game is coming to PS4
Oh, man.
December 17th, and it is also coming to Xbox Game Pass.
Of course, a week after I buy it full price.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot. And I impulse, but that's fine. But I was like,
I'm glad I've hauled off.
But like, what
That
I
makes
mean,
up for all your $6 clearance. Games.
exactly.
Yeah,
It's-
there you go.
You give and you get some and you lose some. But
At least
like,
you didn't buy Canadian football for $30.
Yeah.
Anyway, but they did a very good job of showing the goose being a jerk.
Absolutely. That trailer was awesome. It was so good.
It captures the vibe perfectly for that game.
I'm so
You
excited
really
to finally
captured
play
the spirit
this.
of the thing,
Oh
right?
man, they really did.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
great.
so excited to finally play this game. I'll play it on Xbox through Game Pass. After that, they showed a spellbinding battle royale game called Spellbreak coming in 2020.
You know what's interesting? I don't know if I'm in for any more battle royale. But it's an interesting take where it's just like, again, it's like you throwing down, calling down meteors and flying and jumping and just doing spells as opposed to guns, which is neat.
Yeah, it just, I don't know.
I'm not gonna play it.
No,
I
I
also
mean
know I'm not
obviously
gonna play
I'm not in battle royale, so I won't play it. But like also too, just like it just kind of looked low quality too.
Looked like Rare made it,
Yeah,
which is not always a bad thing,
right.
But
But I don't know about this one. So then after that, we got this awesome trailer for Dreams showing off all these awesome games people have made, Wipeout clones, all this other kind of stuff. And it finally has an official release date of February 14th, 2020.
Yeah, I think it's $40.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Don't quote me
I
on
didn't
that.
see.
Yeah, it was cool to see that because I was just like, I mean, I played that one. It was like, it was
I know
neat
that
to see
game.
it. Yeah, so I mean, that was kind of neat to see that, and it maybe again want to jump back into because again, like this is so interesting, like how this has like the reverse effect than pretty much every other game has, where it's just like super interesting for the first when you get it, and then not interesting later on. Because you already played it or whatever it is. Like, This is the exact opposite. Like this game, it keeps getting better as time goes on because the people who are making these games keep getting better at this. And you keep seeing better animations and better, concepts or just better art in general. All those games still kind of feel the same when you're moving, which is just kind of the engine, just kind of what it is. But yeah, man, it's finally coming out at the end of the life cycle. One of the first things we ever saw for the PlayStation 4 is finally officially getting the full release date.
What if it was like they're making the PS5 announcement sometime later next year? We got to get this thing out before PS5 hits.
I didn't even think about this. Like, did they ever do the VR implementation?
The early access has it.
Okay, I don't know.
They didn't talk about it, but
yet.
I believe the early access have it. Which is funny that so I didn't. I was going to talk about this earlier and I forgot. But so with that, so a game I picked up that I did not get a chance to play yet though was the first game one of the first games they ever announced for PlayStation VR, and no one ever thought it was going to come out.
Gollum.
Yes, finally is out. I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't. I've not played it yet. So
I've heard nothing.
Stakes VR Corner will return next episode. You have to start joining me.
I will. I know. I had like. I mean, I'm thinking.
You gotta dive back in, so we can all just have we just have a Sticks VR corner.
We'll just sit here with the headsets on.
Yeah.
Not hooked up to anything.
But I am super pumped to finally play this game.
Yeah, that was like the
it looks
first thing.
so good, and like I've been following it, and like no one else has really like. There's not been an official site that has reviewed it, but I've seen others like that are PSVR like crazy about it, and everyone says it is incredible. So I am super looking forward to that. So continuing PlayStation State of Play. We have another game they showed off called Superliminal, coming in 2020. This is very cool. It's kind of like a first-person thing, but it's like a puzzle, but it's like a mind fuck. So it's like you see a PlayStation controller in front of you, you pick it up,
Love a good mind fuck.
and then you put it down on the ground. You're like, okay, that's fine. You pick it up again. You take a few steps back. You drop it, and all of a sudden, it's huge.
Right. So it's like if there was no depth to anything.
Yeah.
So like you know that the thing you do when you're a kid when you see someone's head and you go like this with it. You're basically
Right.
kind of doing like
That's
things
what
like that.
you're doing
Like
that. Yeah.
exactly. So it's a lot like that, but it's not just like it's not just size. Like it's a matter of like lining things up.
As
So
a
it makes
total perspective and everything to get like there's a die that looks like they look like two dice, but then you move closer, you realize it's running like actually across the floor and stuff. I'm curious to be like, okay, that's cool, but what do you do? What is this about?
It feels very. I mean, it feels very Portal-esque.
Right.
It sounds like
Right.
there's some darker undertones in there too.
Okay.
That they kind of hinted at some of that
Yeah.
stuff. But it feels very much so like Stanley Parable to me as well. Where it's just like,
right. Yep.
here you are
Yep.
in this crazy world. Here's the things that are happening. It's gonna be kind of funny. But then there's some other stuff happening. So I don't know if it's. I don't know where it's gonna sit on that spectrum between Portal and Stanley Parable. If it's gonna be in that type of echelon of like
Right.
first person exploratory adventure games and things like that. But I remember when they showed this game the first time, like that's really kind of cool, and they showed it like even more now. I'm like that's a Mike-ass Mike game if I've ever seen it.
That looks awesome. I would actually love a VR version too, because that would be really cool.
That would make so much sense.
It would.
Make
Not
it
saying that it doesn't have it. I don't know, but that
Make
would
it
be
happen.
awesome. Yeah. Then after that, we did get a VR game, the only VR game they showed off, called Paper Beasts. It's coming Q1 2020, and it kind of reminds me of Journey.
Yeah, it looks like you're trying to guide a herd of these weird paper animals through,
Stuff.
wherever they're going, and you in the VR you're like grabbing,
You're grabbing sand to help them up,
Right.
up an icy mountain, but so they can get their grip on the sand to get up there.
Right,
and
or you're like
stuff.
chaining up, a predator that's trying to like take them, trying to like grab them,
Right.
wherever it is. So like, it looks interesting. I think it's on the spectrum of I probably will never play it unless it's free and happening. But like, I don't know really what it was. Like what I'm telling you right now is what I'm inferring from like the video, but it could be something completely different too.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the whole time I was watching, I was like, I was getting Journey vibes the whole way. After that, we got a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind, the DLC content.
With video, voices, and sound effects.
Everything. Like
So
legit trailer.
Like
An actual trailer. An actual trailer. It is coming to PS4 January 23rd, 2020. It is up for pre-sale right now. It is $30. There's a $40 version that includes the concert that they've done recently,
okay.
like a tour. There's like you get one of the shows they've recorded.
Cool.
Which is really neat. So it's only $10 more, and you get that as well. So they said that this is actually like they called it an expansion. They don't call it deal so that's why it's $30. And like I think it's gonna be big.
that's the word I use to justify that price point.
Well, yeah, but I also think it is going to be really big. I mean, for the first time in this era, they showed off Final Fantasy characters, so everyone's getting really excited. Like Leon's back and everything. So like and like Yuffie's there and stuff. So and also it looks like Sora even got an upgrade with his visuals and everything too, which is awesome. And they showed off you could play as Kairi and all these other characters and. I'm so pumped.
I was kind of surprised they didn't tease like a new world or something like some Disney related property or something. I'm not saying that they may not even do it. Like, they may like lean more towards a Final Fantasy aspect of it, which would be cool too. I think, but I
think that's what it is. I think we're gonna enter. Like, because they kind of were hinting towards like the dark world and stuff a little bit more. So that was in the prologue game. But then also, I think now with the Final Fantasy characters and stuff, I would not be surprised because they are being kind of, if we don't go for the first time ever to a Final Fantasy world, like that would be amazing. But either way, I'm super pumped. I can't wait. This looks fantastic. And it looks like it's picking up right where 3 left off, which is awesome because now it's like, oh, good. I don't have to wait 13 more years for 4. Like, awesome. Like, I mean, of course, this is going to end with a cliffhanger, duh. But at least this is going to continue this year later, only for this other cliffhanger. So I'm excited. Shut up, Art.
Only a year later for this next cliffhanger, and then maybe by the time you retire,
hey, they're hiring for more. Square Enix knows that this is I think that's the thing. Even though Kingdom Hearts 3 did not rate well, it sold like crazy. Especially now that it's on Xbox and everything too. Like it sold like crazy. So they've already. I mean, there was those articles a couple months ago. They're hiring. I think it's not going to take as long for more Kingdom Hearts, which is great. Then after that, we got a trailer for Predator Hunting Grounds, showing off a little bit more. I think we got Lady Predator.
Yep.
And it is coming April 24th, 2020, and it's going to be $40.
Fool me once, shame on me.
That's fucking Evolve with a different IP.
Agreed.
And from the guys who made Friday the 13th.
Although I will say, this trailer looked a lot prettier and better than that last State of Play when they showed off some like gameplay for the first time. That was bad.
Agreed.
This looked a lot better, but I'm not falling for it.
Yeah.
And it also comes out the same day as Trials of Mana, so that's no go for me. Then after that, we got a little bit of a surprise. Babylon's Fall was shown off. This was shown at last E3, not this year, but the year before's E3. This is between Square Enix and Platinum Games, and they announced that more info is coming next summer. So I'm assuming starting Square's E3 showcase, we'll get more. But it's very Platinum. The action base, you can tell, is just very Platinum. It looks crazy, but serious crazy.
Is this the one that was like a hack and slash with giant enemies?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this looks like a serious kind of crazy.
I was like, what's going? Like I got it twice. I'm like, what is going on? Like these show like these red like tentacles coming out of the guy's back and grabbing stuff and throwing it around.
Oh, and then whipping it like back at the enemy and stuff. Like I'm intrigued. Like I do want to know more. I want to see more. Like I said, Platinum always has me intrigued. Like, Platinum's just very interesting. But that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for a great action game with Square Enix storytelling. Like that would just be. This could be something really special.
Yeah, like I still don't know. Yeah, like I said, I still don't know what it is. But what I saw, I was like, it looks really cool and fun. So
got my eyes on it. Then after that, as we talked about, we got the Worst Kept Secret, which is such a shame for State of Play.
But they still ended up kind of turning it and made it, and like
sure.
I didn't. Go ahead. I mean,
okay.
How they announced it.
So originally, they brought up Project Resistance, and
which is like their 4v1,
which is their 4v1 multiplayer, and then they're like, oh, and here's a first reveal at the campaign for this game, which that was awesome, and like that's why for me, I'm still like. I feel so bad for Sony because that's so cool. And it ended up turning out to be RE3 Remake. So the game itself is not Project Resistance. It's RE3. It's Resident Evil 3. And the Resistance game is included with Resident Evil 3.
And I honestly, after they showed the trailer and, they showed some of the highlights and I don't know if they showed too much. Really, I wasn't sure what was gameplay because they did a lot of like first person stuff. But they were leading into it. Right. I thought maybe they were redoing Resident Evil 3 in the style of Resident Evil 7. Oh my god,
VR, that'd been incredible.
So like I originally thought like maybe that's what it was. I mean, but no, they confirmed later. Like, and I mean some of the video they showed on there too is over the shoulder, just like Resident Evil 2. But yeah, man.
Yep, and it's coming April 3rd, 2020. We only got 4 months to go.
There's so much going on next year. But yeah,
it's so ridiculous.
Whatever the leak is at Sony that these keep coming out right before their State of Plays, they need to find out who it is and fire them.
But it's like
because they're fucking ruining these moments.
I agree.
But not, like,
and then we get to the end, and everyone's like, State of Play was nothing. It's just a.
So we renew everything. And people say about E3 too.
It's a, Nintendo Direct ripoff that isn't done.
Well, that's because look at like.
Well, yeah, because you're fucking dropping the big reveals 2 days ahead of time because some dickbag can't keep their mouth shut.
Exactly, because I mean, look at the Nintendo Directs. Like, there's stuff that does get leaked, but the big stuff that usually they're showing off does not get leaked.
No.
Like there's always at least one or two huge surprises in every Nintendo Direct that no one saw coming or was leaked.
Well, with this one, it wasn't even like someone like blabbed to the press or anything. Like they put it up in the PlayStation Store briefly,
Right.
And there's places online that like see this like anytime something changes, like it pops to the website.
Absolutely.
So like,
which is still like bad on whoever did that. Like I mean, it's just like because God. That's the thing, and the way they did it was like, oh, here's Project Resistance, and here's the first look at the campaign for it. Everyone would have lost their minds, like, oh my God, this is RE3. Like basically at E3 when they finally showed RE2, everyone lost their freaking mind.
Yeah, I mean,
it's still amazing. Oh, and I still can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, and it's 3 is like that weird kind of like offshoot where like I always talk about like for me personally, like 1 is near and dear to my heart because I just was into the franchise and how much I loved it. 2 was probably my favorite game until 4 came out. We're not getting into that right now. So but there's like 3's kind of that
one day
will.
We will one day. We promise.
3 is like that kind of like
our last episode.
3 is like I always felt kind of like it's like the middle child in this thing. Where
it totally is. I love it. I love it. I love 3 because for me, 3 was my first Resident Evil, so I loved it. I got Dino Crisis and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis the same day, and played the crap out of Dino Crisis because that was one I was super excited for.
Yeah.
But I was like, all right, cool, let's pop in Resident Evil 3, and I'm like, holy crap, this is amazing.
Like I said, I watched during the Good Games Done Quick, I think is what it's called. I watched someone do a speedrun of 3, and like, man, I don't remember any of this.
It's funny.
AGDQ.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome game.
Oh, I love
There
it.
it is.
Yeah,
Thank
I love
you.
it.
I knew I was
But
close.
I agree 100%. It was funny because I think we were probably watching the same thing because I was watching. I was just like, wait, what?
I mean, granted, I don't play like that, so like that's gonna be foreign to me. But I didn't remember like even like the scenes and like the
there was some stuff I did not remember at all. No,
So
I remember like the intro part, but that was about it. Like the first like hour I remembered. After that, I didn't remember much at all.
But man, it's like I mean the RE engine it keeps getting prettier and prettier and looking greater, and so like they keep using it like
Natalie
this.
Portman is now Jill. She looks just like that. I mean, it looks fantastic though. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just think it's funny, but it looks great.
So I mean, that's all the classic Resident Evils. So let's do Dino Crisis. Let's do it in the RE engine. Let's do it. But yeah, no, I was.
You can skip 2 and 3. Just give me 1. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, despite the leaks and stuff like that. I mean, it was Resident Evil 2 remake was one of my favorite games of this year, and 3 is now on the top of my charts and most anticipated for next year.
Like I said, the fact that it's April 3rd too.
It's nuts.
That's amazing.
Stop it. Everyone stop it. No more game releasing in the first 3-4 months of the year.
Please.
Push everything there.
I
just for these 2, more releases.
The good thing though is, I will say though, the good thing about releasing these or announcing these now is my GCU expires March 20th, but it looks like if I order ahead of time, I still get the price. So keep loading up. I just keep pre-ordering it because eventually I'm like, if I want to cancel, I can just cancel it. I'm just pre-ordering. You should see my Best Buy account right now. I pre-order almost everything. Anything big, I'm just pre-ordering it right now.
You might as well.
It might as well, right? You might as well get that price while I can.
Actually, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, you should do that. It's a good idea because, like I said, mine's March 20th. Mine's done.
I think mine's around there too.
Yeah. So then after that, they had a little special, nice little 25th anniversary thing. They had the old head of PlayStation. Yep. He had a nice little thing to say, which was awesome. And it's like, no, you can't end that way. And of course, like, no, actually, we got one more thing. So they started showing a little bit of a teaser of the new trailer for Ghost of Tsushima. Looks very, very, very pretty. It is still PS4 because at the bottom it says this was captured with PS4 Pro. So it is still PS4, which is good. And more info is coming at the Game Awards, which will be the night that this episode releases.
Correcto.
So we only have a couple more days from now when we're recording to check that out. Super pumped for that. I'm glad it's still PS4 because the way that was going, I was starting getting PS5 launch vibes.
I was gonna say if Ghost of Tsushima did not show up in this state of play, it was a PlayStation 5 game. No doubt in my mind.
Yeah,
no doubt in my mind. But I mean, they're gonna be talking about it here. They're gonna be talking about the Game Awards. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we see a
Are you really that concerned if it's a PS5 launch title at this point?
I don't care. I was gonna say.
No, I just kind of wanted to keep it as. For now. Just because it's. To be completely honest, I highly doubt I'll be able to get both systems at launch next year. So, and it's tough to say which one to get right away. Like, or I'm still struggling with which one to get right away, honestly. I mean, obviously, we need more info. Like, we need actual reveals.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
everything.
the stuff that's been kind of coming about the Xbox ones recently sounds like they're going to have like a high end.
And that's kind of what I'm
like,
wondering what's going on with that and everything. So it's like, so I don't know what's going on there. So that's why, like, it's like for me, I'm super pumped for this. Like, this looks good. Like, I've been dying for a game like this. That's not Neo. Like Dark Souls,
Neo or Sekiro,
which is unfortunate. But Neo, I did eventually was starting to get the grip of, but it's still very difficult, and I just don't have time for something like that. I am wondering, this is going to be in that first quarter, isn't it? Do you think this is why they pushed Last of Us 2?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think they push it because Naughty Dog pushes everything.
Well, that's true, but I wonder if that's part of it. Like, I wonder if they're going to reveal early next year at the Game Awards.
When's Last of Us 2 come out now?
May. I'm thinking, why not March?
I think it's coming out this summer.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be a last hurrah.
That's fine.
PlayStation 4.
Hey, I'm fine with that.
It's gonna be their Last of Us.
Okay, so July, August. Yeah, that'd be great.
So.
Yeah,
I wouldn't at all be surprised to see a Game Awards
their actual date.
Or at least like maybe like a quarter or something.
Yeah, they usually don't do that. I think it's usually a date. I think it's going to be a date.
I think we should do
like for their first party games, they usually try not to say anything until they know.
We're going to see a new Batman game.
And then a couple days later, they push that date.
Yeah.
Oh,
God. Oh, Last of Us 2.
What else are we going to see in Game Awards? What are my hopes and dreams? It's been 2 months since fucking Rocksteady was teased some Batman related thing.
I know. It has to be it. You know, the problem though I have is I have a feeling that it's still early development. So even Game Awards, it's still going to be it's going to be more.
It's Arkham VR 2.
But it's still going to be a teaser. I will lose my shit. That'll be great.
I will be so happy. Percentage of the population will lose their shit.
Oh my God.
A large percentage of the population.
It'll be like the Half-Life announcement all over again. Like
I mean, it's been when did Arkham Knight come out? 4 or 5 years ago.
It's been a while now.
I don't honestly, even if it's not even a Batman game, I don't even know what they're making, but we'll see. Yeah, so like I said, that was it. That was the end of the state of play.
Yep.
I mean,
it's the end of the state of play. It was fine.
Had some strong stuff in there too, but again,
it was a little stronger than others, like in terms of like what they showed.
It was the best one, but that's not saying much.
No.
I mean,
I think they still need to get better with the presentation format.
I think that's what I think that's what it is. Like, because like it's weird because they're copying what Nintendo does with the directs, but it doesn't feel like they're copying exactly. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like they're copying it though correctly. Like I don't know.
Something that I think that they're missing is like I feel like a lot of the Nintendo directs have like that sizzle reel where it's just like here and these like 5, 6, 7 things all at once wherever it is, and this is like it's this and then it's this, and it's this and there's this and it's over. You know, it's I want it to be like, and here's like a bunch of PSVR games come out next, like, you know, in the first quarter next year. Even if it's just like a blurb or
that's what they did for the first one, and everyone got pissed.
Yeah, whatever. Then I have no answers. So.
That got me.
Mike
so
was
much.
pissed then. Now he'd be all about it.
Yeah, I was super happy.
Now. I don't even remember. I don't remember how I felt about that originally. I'm sure I felt nothing.
I'm sure you're probably like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. What I think what is part of it too is like Nintendo, when they do the directs though, they actually have their people show up. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's not
people talking, not just a monotone voice.
Exactly. It's not just this random person's voice that you don't see or anything like that. They actually have people show up and everything. I think that might be part of it where it feels more personal because it's like, hey, we took time to record me in front of a camera talking to you.
Who are the Sony people now?
Well, God knows. The guy from Gorilla Games and Jim Ryan that no one likes, which makes me very curious.
It's weird.
See, and that's why I don't know what I'm doing yet.
I hear you.
That worries me about PS5.
Anytime that guy gets interviewed, someone should just put a rag with chloroform over his face.
He just needs to shut up.
So yeah, I think probably the next. So that's all we got. So like the day that this episode's posting is the day of the Game Awards. So there's going to be a bunch of announcements and the awards and everything like that. I'm sure we'll be talking about that next time in terms of.
We'll talk about. We'll give the whole rundown of what happens at the Game Awards.
I think we're posting. Are we posting between the holidays? Week. Okay.
So we'll have to figure that out.
The day after Christmas, I think, is when
it's supposed to be the day after Christmas. It may be that. It may change. We'll see. Depends on what's going on with the
Maybe
holidays.
maybe we can do it a week early and then just have 3 weeks off for a holiday because
Yeah,
everyone else in the world does that.
That would be good if we can
Why
maybe.
not?
We'll work on Christmas.
Well, I'm working Christmas too, but yeah. Well, not on Christmas, but
That's what I'm saying. Do it early. Get it done.
the last 2 weeks, trust me, I'm gonna be working, but there's gonna be no one there. It's gonna be one of those kind of things where I'm gonna just be sitting there.
I'm not going to be
Good for
working.
you. Yeah, well, that's show stuff. We'll figure that out. So
What do you think I'm going to do on like Game of the Year plan?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I know.
One day when we record.
What I was thinking about doing is like I was gonna sit down and be like, all right, Game of the Year. Here's the ones I haven't played yet. And I'm gonna go on that website.
Each one gets an hour.
Yeah.
And the ones that grab you put more time into.
I was gonna go on that website. Like, how long does it take to beat?
Yep.
And I was gonna write them down and be like, all right, shortest to longest, because I need to get through more of these and just figure out like how many I can get through.
You pick one day. You do a speed dating day.
Oh my god.
And the ones that grab your
I'm
attention.
so bad at that though.
I've never done speed dating, so I don't know.
No, not speed dating. I'm saying no. I've done this with games before, where I play a game for like a half hour, switch out to another game, and then I'm just like, I feel like I've done nothing.
yeah. Gives you a vibe.
I did it last year. Like I set a timer on my phone to go off at like 50 minutes every time. It's like time for a new game.
We'll see.
Yeah, so next episode I think is going to be Game Awards and what else happens in that time period. But one after that will be our Game of the Year, which is always interesting. It sounds like it's going to get more interesting this year than in previous years based on some
I have a feeling this is
Art's Twitter beef that he's starting with us right now.
And I have a feeling
seen the tea leaves.
This is gonna be the first year that my number one. I mean, I don't know what it is yet, but I have a feeling my number one will not be the.
If you're
number
saying that,
overall
I have a
number
feeling
one.
we have all different number ones. So
I think it's gonna be
a total crap.
I think it's gonna be very interesting this year because I think it's gonna be
Every other-
all over the place.
Every other year we had two of us vote for whatever ended up being number
Correct.
one.
Yeah, because that's the thing. There's been like quite a bit of big games, and like this year, not so. Like we said, it's a little bit down. It's like there's been a lot of games, but nothing like. Ooh,
Well, and like I said,
there's not that game that God of War this year,
right, and or Red Dead,
Right.
or Horizon, and Breath of the Wild, and
Why you gotta bring up Horizon?
I love Horizon, but Super Mario Odyssey made me so happy. But like I said at the beginning, like when we were talking about like IGN giving Control Game of the Year,
Yeah.
was this like with this kind of being like a ho hum? I don't want to say mediocre year. There's some really bright spots.
There's
in
been
there.
great games though.
But
Yeah.
if you give me like there could be 10 to 15 games where I can make a case for any of these,
Right.
and I can even make a case for Jedi, and there's a lot that's in there, and I think that's gonna show true when we do ours, and I think we're gonna have wildly different top fives this year.
Oh, yeah.
Based on what we played and how we've talked so far.
Absolutely.
Do we have a tiebreaker plan?
Nope, we do not.
Well, 1 minute. I would say this year. This is the
We're
first
gonna
year.
have
We
three
might
Game of
have.
the
We
Years.
might have to consider that.
We're gonna have 3 Game of the Years. That's how this is
What we
play out.
should do is play a game of Gang Beasts.
God, no. Oh God.
I'm
much
just
fun,
good- I'm just good at the
but
game,
So
so I wanna
much
play that.
stress.
We'll do a Jackbox game, and the whoever wins out of that 3.
I'm trying to think. When you and me would play football games against each other, there was college and pro, and you would always win at one of them, and I would always win at the other one. Whichever one I would always win at, we should play.
I feel like I always won in college.
I think so. Because I think in Madden, I would beat you by like 3 points every time, like running the ball up the middle down the field on the last drive and getting 5 yards a pop for a field goal.
Correct. And I was really good at running the option.
Oh, I am very
In
good.
college.
I am very good at the option in college. Yeah,
So-
college was my game.
I know. We'll have to figure that out because
So I vote for college, so my number one can still be number one for the 4th year in a row.
God, yes, that is true, isn't it?
All right,
Yeah.
so tiebreaker is not steak.
Anyone but steak.
Me and Michael figure it out from here.
Fair enough.
All right, so yeah, we got
Rochambeau, I go first.
we got a lot of games to play here in the next 4 weeks or so to get that going. But yeah, Game Awards tonight or yesterday, depending on when you listen to this, and we'll see you next time, Steakheads.